Do you experience jerky and choppy footage? And do you expect that your SD card is not fast enough for your drone? In this video, I will explain why your SD card is likely not the reason why you're experiencing this. By the way, do you like my content? I know a lot of you do because the growth here on the channel has been crazy lately, and I'm so happy to see all of you new guys hanging around, commenting on the videos, so keep doing that. If you're not already a subscriber, then consider subscribing to my weekly tips, tests and tutorials. With that out of the way, let's talk about SD cards. In the past, I've made several videos about how to pick the best SD card for your drone. This topic seems to be pretty popular because it keeps popping up again and again. I've also taken the liberty to post some of my work in the dedicated DJI forum. In case you don't know that forum, this is a forum hosted by DJI where all the DJI owners, I guess, are hanging out and discussing different topics around the drones. If you haven't checked that out yet, I would highly encourage you to go and check it out through the link in the description below. And there are some clever people hanging around over there that will be able to help you with almost any problem that you run into with your DJI product. One of the users over there wrote me a personal message informing me that my perception of slow SD cards leading to frame skipping was wrong. Checking up on the matter, it actually turns out that he was right, as the drone is writing a continuous MPEG stream to the SD card which does not contain individual frames. Therefore, if the SD card does not have an adequate sustained write speed and cannot keep up with the file, the recording will simply stop. It cannot skip frames. Another really important information is that there are no visual artifacts introduced by using a slow SD card. It can either keep up or it cannot. And while all the drones have a small buffer in the DJI camera subsystem, this is only intended for hosting photos during bracketing. It cannot hold the video stream. The problem with the published specifications of the SD cards is that they are not containing sustained write speed, which is how fast the card needs to be during continuous writing. They love to print burst rates on the packaging of the cards, which is highly misleading. This is why you should pick your SD card according to the labeling set out by the SD Association, which is also printed on the card. And ignore all the marketing BS on the package. As a guidance, you can use this table. So now we know using a slow SD card will not introduce artifacts, choppiness or jerkiness to your footage. And we also know if the card can't keep up with the drone, the recording will simply stop. With the modern DJI drones, DJI has introduced a warning that will tell you if the card is not fast enough. You can still record on the footage, but not in the top resolutions where the high bandwidth is required. So with that out of the way, you're probably thinking, but my footage is still jerky, so what the f is going on? And there's mainly three reasons why you run into problems. The first one is that you are shooting outside in bright sunlight with a shutter that is way too fast. And when the shutter is too fast, you will not have motion blur in your image. And you will especially see that if you're flying close to objects or flying close to the ground, you will see that the footage gets choppy and jerky. And the only way around that is to add a set of ND filters. I made a ton of videos about ND filters for the different drone models here on the channel, and I will make sure to post some of them in the description below. The second reason could be that you actually position your footage on a wrong timeline. Meaning that you drop in maybe 24 FPS footage on a 30 FPS timeline. In that case, frames will be missing and it will be very, very clear that frame skipping has been introduced. In case you suspect that is a problem at your end, I also made a video about this and you can access this through this video or in the description below if it doesn't show up here. The third reason could be if you still see choppy and jerky footage just by playing the raw clips on your computer is caused by the compression format H.265. With the introduction of H.265, that is a much harder compression of your 4K files, and it was designed to compress 4K files so they don't occupy as much space as if it was compiled with the H.265. The downside to the H.265 is that it requires a lot more power for your computer to play it back smoothly. So it could be related that your computer is simply not fast enough or you haven't updated to the latest version of the software needed to decode the video. One way around the H.265 limitation would be simply to revert back to the old format H.264 that will make it a lot easier for your computer to play back. When you're out flying your drone and everything is done according to plan, you might run into people that will ruin your day. Did you see the video that I made with my interaction with the Birdman that tried to stop me filming during my first flight with the Mavic Air 2? In case you missed that video, you can access it through this card. I hope you liked this video. If you did, then feel free to give it a like. If you didn't like it, feel free to press the dislike button twice. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you around.